How would your family or friends describe you in one sentence?
Oh, wow. Serious.
So looking back, what have been the defining moments in your personal career?
Well, a defining moment was when I accepted that first internship that led into my first job. And that was a bit funny because, the phone rang at 8:30 after I had been studying to 3 or 4 in the morning. And I fall out of bed. I mean, literally fall out of bed, pick up the phone, and then this guy's asking me all kinds of questions. And then eventually I realize that this guy's from Sikorsky. I had applied for an internship there. And then he asked me a couple more questions, and I say, "So, can I come in for an interview sometime?" And he said, "Oh, you just had it." And then I'm shaking, and he said, "Yeah, you've passed. You want the internship?" And that was one of them.
So, who played an important role in your education? Are there any professors or teachers who had made a lasting impact?
Yeah, my PhD advisor, Tom Wiersbicki, had quite a big impact. I think he's formally retired now, but that doesn't stop him from making contributions. And this is something that is maybe a recurring theme in my life. I didn't know how good he was until I go out. I leave him behind. I get my PhD. I move to the Netherlands, and then I start using his books and his articles and looking at my class notes, and then I realize how useful everything it was that he was telling me.
Then talking about skills, what do you see as the key skills for engineers, people with a technical background in the near future?
I think my observation is similar to what I've seen in a broader context, and that is that engineers need both the hard skills, but also the soft skills. And toward that end, they need to be able to communicate. They need to be able to work in a team. They need to be able to express themselves and really understand what others are thinking, what they need, and how they can contribute to it.
Then talking about teamwork, what role does teamwork play in your daily environment?
It's everywhere. And to start with, I think in this modern world, people are getting more and more specialized in all things. And so I'm constantly looking around when I build a project, when I build any proposal. I'm constantly looking around for the person who can do what it is that I cannot do. I think the key aspect is that everybody fits into the team and serves their own role. And so when I come into a team, I don't think this is what I want to do, but I look around and I say, where's the gap? And it's led to some kind of funny situations that during my PhD, I was probably the most applied guy in the lab. And so if you ask the people that I did my PhD with, they think that I'm like a mechanic, somebody who really likes wrenches and everything else. But when I came to my most recent job, what they needed is somebody a lot more theoretical, and they think of me as a ivory tower academic, because that's what they needed. They had lots of people who can turn wrenches and really understand how machines work. What they needed was somebody to write equations. So it's look around and find what's needed.
What advice would you give young graduates at the moment in terms of their career?
My advice to them, at least based on my own career, but also on others that I've seen, is to think very hard about your first job. Think not just about the application, not just do I like this ship or that ship, or offshore wind turbines or whatever, but think about, do I like the nature of it? Is it rigorous? Is it stimulating? Think about these things when you're thinking about your first job, and you're not married to it. You're not completely there, but it will influence the rest of your career. No pressure.
Sometimes I just don't know what to do.
That certainly doesn't apply for me. I always know what to do. I have a list that the list never ends. When I cross one thing off, there's already 2 or 3 things more, and so I'm constantly chasing the list, and I'm also trying to have some fun in the meantime. My name is Carey Walters. I'm Associate Professor of Ship and Offshore Structures at TU Delft, and I enjoy researching fracture.